and subscribe. This is the Nightly Fix presented, powered by Foolish Club Media. Please head to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to Foolish Club Media. If you're on Twitter, if you're on whatever, please share, retweet, follow us on Twitter, like and subscribe. If you do not do so,
or what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You are going to find yourself at some point in the day, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but you're going to get Joe Burrow. You're going to get an aggressive form of turf toe that will have you, if it's 3 months for Joe, that means it's 6 to 7 months for you. So turf toe, and not just a regular ass turf toe. I mean that turf toe that Joe got, that I won't allow him to play anymore. The turf toe that Serda, I was not aware there was a 3-month turf toe. I was not aware there was a turf toe that required surgery.
It's a pretty bad injury.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying I've never seen it. I've just never seen a turf toe go, you're out 3 months in surgery. I just didn't know. I thought turf toe was one of those pain threshold things and that it heals with time. I didn't know you could turf toe this thing well enough to get it operated on.
I feel like turf toe sounds like an aggressive fungal infection or something like that. Like it sounds like jock itch mixed with trench foot.
You know what? You know what? That I'm glad you brought that up. See, this is why we have a fella like you on the air. By the way, shout out to Joe Summers, Stanford Joe, who stepped in as you were out. We may have to bring him on with you. He just slid in a quick challenge to an Oasis take that you had. We kind of flew past it. I am not sure what it means. I am actually sort of really intrigued to hear what this is and to hear Osita have to defend this thing. I really want to see that one day.
Let's go. Let's go.
I just want to throw that one out there, whatever the Oasis take was from Stanford Joe.
Joe, I'm ready whenever you are. Let's go.
I mean, he knifed it in there in the midst of a CJ Stroud point. I believe he just.
Sorry, same time every day.
It's like you don't know though. It's like you're not aware of it.
It just happens, dude. It
doesn't just happen. There's got to be something that you do that you can change the setting on that. There's got to
I just put on Do Not Disturb. I just did it.
But that doesn't fucking matter now that you just did it right now. I just put on Do Not Disturb.
I just put on Do Not Disturb.
And I was about to congratulate you, fresh off of your ass kicking in week 2, in which you won fantasy 75 total points to Serda's 19. But I mean, you can't even allow somebody to walk you into that. I mean, just
look, man. First day back of the week. You know what I mean? I'm here. I got to get used to being here. You know what I'm saying? I got to press a button. It's an extra button, an extra step. I'll remember it next time. It happens. The real question is, why do they call me every day? Who has my number that calls me every day? They call me every day, dog.
Yeah,
every day.
I don't know, man. It seems like an alarm. I don't know.
You heard the phone call thing.
It's
you heard
it.
And I get spam calls, but I don't get them every single day.
At the same exact time.
Every day.
Same exact time.
You can set your clock to it. Did I lie?
Just very, very, very strange. But yeah, congratulations. You're 2-0. Serda's 0-2. We would have discussed this yesterday, but we'll discuss it and give you your props today. Just another blowout. One of your players, if you just chosen one, would have beaten the total 3 that Steve had. So, and yes, Steve was victim to that turf toe that we just discussed. I still believe he would have gotten smashed in this, even if Joe.
I'm having a rough open to the season. You know, it happens. Just gotta reassess. Got to look at the matchups, dive into the numbers, and then we move on from here. And we get better.
We return to the page. Let's go. All right, we'll keep turning it. 0-2. I might have to total up the points at the end of this thing, but 0-2, 2-0 here, and you'll see it tomorrow night. We'll do their picks again. They get to pick 3 again. For those of you, yes, it is accurate. You get to pick any of the 3 players. There are no restrictions. They don't have to be Nigerian. They don't have to be rookies. You can pick anybody out there, right? Anybody. 1 quarterback, 1 type of receiver, 1 running back. Anybody. And we'll see if Osita can continue and if Serda will continue to make I'm the smartest guy in the room, I'm going to nail this, just you wait type of situation. We'll see if he can get off the blocks. But I know you said it was a rough start to the season for you. I think take-wise and just my selfish belief, it may be a rough start for me. And I think we're really close if we're not there, Steve. I think it may be over for Anthony Richardson as a potential starting quarterback in this league. And you know how I feel about him, and I just, my biggest thing is he has such amazing natural talent, and just the things that he can do, the body, the size, the speed to go with that. I mean, like Cam Newton was one of the most physically gifted players I've ever seen. I think in his prime, they're about the same size. And I think Anthony Richardson would absolutely dust him in a race. Like, he's that size, but so much faster. His arm, I mean, the throws that he is capable of making are insane. And I just wanted to see that, but like he is a talent from this perspective. Talented, more talented than Josh Allen with the size and all the stuff he could do. He just clearly doesn't get it from a lot of different angles and perspectives. And I wanted him to win this quarterback battle with Dan Jones. But right now, Daniel Jones is – you remember that year that Alex Smith just went off for like the first 6 or 7 games, and it was like undeniable that he was in the MVP conversation through about 6 or 7 weeks?
2017, before we went to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and then he had that game against the Giants where it was really windy and he couldn't throw the ball. And it just kind of went downhill from there. But Dan Jones, they haven't punted yet this year. They played 2 games, and their offense has yet to punt. And Daniel Jones, it ain't even looking like the Giants version, right? He's throwing the football. Now, he's putting up big games from throwing the football. They're putting up points. Serda, you know that, and Osita does too, as I know he's done his research. You know that Denver Broncos defense was thought to be one of the best defenses in football. And they just carved their asses up, ran it on them, threw it on them. And now you just have to come to the conclusion, sort of like, in some form or fashion, Shane Steichen has been able to get success out of damn near every quarterback. And I think it's not even damn near every quarterback that he has dealt with, except for one, and that's Anthony. And they're all different types. He got success with Justin Herbert. He had success, obviously, with Jalen Hurts. The year Jalen finished second in the MVP, he had success with Gardner Minshew. Remember when Gardner Minshew came and started that year, and they almost got to the playoffs. And now he had help. Even Joe Flacco, when he came in, the offense seemed to be running better than Anthony Richardson. And now Daniel Jones is looking like somebody we've never seen through 2 games. And sort of at some point, the evidence is just mounting, and it's you.
Yeah,
it's Anthony Richardson. And I like when I watch this, I don't like who. I guess somebody else will give him a chance, but I mean, I don't know, man.
It's Shane Steichen has always had a very like QB friendly offense, and I do think he is a good play caller. Like we saw a couple years ago, like he got a lot out of Gardner Minshew. Like just offensively because he put him in a lot of advantageous situations. So the problem the last couple of years has always been, well, why can't he do that with Anthony Richardson? And it's pretty clear now that we have our answer. Like Anthony Richardson, who, is this incredible, like physical specimen athlete.
He really is.
Simply just doesn't have it upstairs to run an NFL offense. And that's not even a shot at Anthony Richardson. Like, I think it's what happened with Trey Lance. Like, the 49ers traded a bunch of draft picks to go draft Trey Lance in the top 5. And then it absolutely never worked out because Trey Lance simply couldn't do everything he needed to do in a Kyle Shanahan offense to be a competent professional NFL quarterback. And it seems pretty clear that's Anthony Richardson. And like that preseason game that we saw this year where Anthony Richardson just doesn't diagnose the protection and
the blitz that's coming right in his face.
Which is like normal people that are non-NFL players are like, yeah, this is all you do to diagnose that and make sure that you're protected, or you dump it off.
But Serda, not just that, he didn't even see it. It was right.
Yeah, that's just simply like processing. That's being able to read the defense and being able to diagnose things, which every NFL quarterback has to be able to do. And that's why like Trey Lance never worked out with the 49ers and hasn't worked out since in his NFL career, despite landing in a bunch of different places where teams are willing to give him a look because he was a former high-end pick. Like, that's what's inevitably going to happen with Anthony Richardson. And I still think that there's there's places where Anthony Richardson could maybe work as a quarterback where teams might be more patient and more willing to like cater to what he can do and try to build on his abilities instead of just being like, this is what we run, this is how you have to do it, and not showing any patience in that. But at the end of the day, like, it just seems like Anthony Richardson just didn't have what it took, like, mentally to keep up with the NFL game. And Daniel Jones, love him or hate him or think he sucks, like, Daniel Jones has played a lot of NFL football. Daniel Jones had a lot of starts in his career, and he's shown that he's at least a capable NFL quarterback. I think he's far from an elite player. I think that there is easily a ceiling with this Colts team and what they're doing. I don't think they can keep this up for an entire regular season with Daniel Jones, but they're playing really well right now. And Daniel Jones has been awesome, and he deserves the credit and the attention that he's getting for it.
A couple of things there, sort of. One, I don't even know if it's as much a mental thing is, even though he is the most physically talented player that we've maybe seen at that position, it's a physical thing. Like, Osita, you could go run 7 yards from him right now. It is not a guarantee that he will hit you, 10 times in a row. Like, if he had to drop back, I'm serious, if you went 7 yards away from him, I don't know that he would throw it to you accurately every time. And I don't know that that's a mental thing, Steve. Like, I just think he's got physical traits, but he's like a pitcher who can throw it 100, but has no clue on where it's going. Like, he can't.
So when y'all bring him up a lot, y'all do say like he's a crazy physical specimen and he looks like he could be an amazing quarterback, but then you double it down with stuff like he can't hit you from 7 yards. So like, what?
Well, it's the problem.
Just because he's got a gun for an arm and stuff like that. If you can only go one speed, does that necessarily make you great?
No, he's not great. Like, he's absolutely not great. I'm just saying his physical, like, if Patrick Mahomes had his physical, and Patrick Mahomes has great physical tools. If Patrick Mahomes has had his physical tools, I don't know if the Chiefs would ever lose games. Like it's just to go along with what he could do mentally and accurately. They would. I mean, it would just be unfair. That's how we see it with Josh. Almost, it would be unfair. And Josh kind of had similar issues, not as bad, but he was able to pick it up. But no, Osita, I mean, that's why it can't work. because he can't accurately throw the football, and there are some other things from the mental perspective, but I think it's as much his physical inabilities to, like, he drives you nuts because, as I said to you, Osita, it's not a guarantee that he would go 10 for 10 if you stood 7 yards away, but if you ran 70 yards down the field and somebody was pulling him down, he may hit your ass in stride, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, if you go watch week 1 last year, he made one of the most amazing throws in the Texans-Colts game where he was getting drugged down by, I think, Will Anderson, and he hit Pierce in stride. It was a 75-yard throw. And it was just like, what in the hell?
So it's either all or nothing with this boy.
Yeah, it's mostly nothing. But I mean, and then like what Serda said, you can't, like, there's reading the blitz. Oh, see, you ain't got to be a football savant to know, hey man, there's a guy that's running straight at your ass, not blindside. He's running straight at your ass, and you allow him to just decapitate you. That then leads to your finger being dislocated because you just didn't see him somehow, and he's running right at you. The other part to what you said, Serda, was maybe he'll go somewhere else and someone who can cater to his skill set. The scary thing is Shane Steichen seemed to be the perfect fit of what that person would be. He had Jalen Hurts. I mean, short of Greg Roman, I guess, and who's had Colin Kaepernick, sorry to those who may be triggered by that name, and I'm not really sorry, but and Lamar Jackson, right? Maybe short of that, but Shane Steichen, what he did with Jalen Hurts, I think everybody just thought, holy shit, Anthony Richardson is far more talented than Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts went from all right, I guess he's a starter that we're going to see what his future is, to being second in the MVP, and now being the guy that we've seen today. And so, Serda, my concern is, I think somebody will give him a shot because of the talent, and he was the 4th overall pick. And we've now seen Baker Mayfield go to the first spot he went to. He'll fail at the 2nd spot. He'll fail at the 3rd spot and now become a really good quarterback. We've seen Kirk Cousins revitalize his career at other stops. Daniel Jones, who is somehow 2nd in the league in passing and has 5 total touchdowns to start the season. We've seen young guys. Sam Darnold is another one. He'll get another shot. But, I mean, if he couldn't make it work with Shane Steichen, I don't know very many other offensive guys that seem to have success to fit with what his game is more than Shane.
Oh, it is a lot more common now that you find these Sam Darnolds and like Baker Mayfield. And like Baker had some success early in his career, way more than Sam ever had, but Sam never was in good situations. And then he finally finds himself with the Vikings and Kevin O'Connell, who seems to be one of the best like quarterback guru coaches in the NFL. And even Kevin O'Connell right now, like J.J. McCarthy looks bad. And I know he's hurt, but like Kevin O'Connell has literally gotten the best out of every quarterback he's ever thrown into his offense. And J.J. McCarthy's a young, inexperienced player, but he looks bad. Like he looks like a bad quarterback.
I just want to say I feel vindication from what we were saying last week. Like, hey guys, that was real Tim Tebow-esque. I'm watching people over there talking about, they found their guy. What the hell are you talking about? They found their guy. What are you talking about?
Shut down.
He got a little hot in a 4th quarter and made a comeback, and then last week just looked atrocious.
Real quick,
terrible for the first 3 quarters.
Real quick, Serda, do you think that Justin Jefferson's over there thinking, I may have a better shot here with Carson Wentz? He may throw some picks, but I may have a better shot with Carson Wentz. Probably.
And Carson Wentz is probably like, this is what I've been waiting for. That's why I just sat behind Patrick Mahomes. And now I'm with Kevin O'Connell, who who just brought Sam Darnold's career back to life and got him a huge contract in Seattle. So Carson's going to come out here and let it rip.
Carson Wentz, a year now, Carson Wentz may get into a position where J.J. McCarthy is unable to take that job back this year.
I think Carson Wentz, I don't think Carson Wentz is Sam Darnold, like, at this point of his career. I don't know if Carson Wentz, like, the way he unraveled, like, it felt like he just never really recovered and got back to it. But he certainly showed promise really early in his career and looked like he was going to be a good NFL quarterback before it totally fell apart.
Yeah, but he's still 32. And how close can Carson Wentz get to Kirk Cousins? Because if he, like the Kirk Cousins, like what he had, how close can he get to that? If he's anywhere close to that, you can't sit him down.
Yeah.
For J.J. McCarthy, who's played one good quarter in his career. And it was Tim Tebow like, I don't know, man. It's just Anthony, man. I got to start being honest with myself, man. Anthony, he looks this has a feel of Justin Fields, except he was put in a better situation than Justin Fields was, and he still fucked it up. And in some form or fashion, somebody else will give him a shot, but I mean, I don't know, boy. I just don't think it's gonna work. I mean, that's just too much. I mean, that is Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Gardner Minshew, Joe Flacco, and now Daniel Jones. And Justin Herbert and Hurts. I mean, to me, Herbert's the only one that has like elite talent outside of Richardson, and he got way better out of all of those guys. Probably those guys close to their best. And Anthony, I mean, he looks like he was at Florida. So I don't know, man. That's a rough look. I want to get to a heat check, but I want to say this first. I'm thinking about you, Osita, and I was thinking about your girl.
What's up, baby girl?
Oh, Caitlin,
baby girl.
I'm watching the playoffs. WNBA playoffs are around. I'm sure many of you have no idea, but the WNBA playoffs are around.
I've been watching. I've been keeping up with my girl.
The
Indiana Fever, they were playing the Atlanta Dream last night.
Yeah, great.
And
game.
we know Caitlin's out for the season. She has not played in months.
Yeah, she's laid up at the house.
I'm not gonna lie. No, she's not laid up. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Fever went on a run. And by a side note, you may want to check these out, Serda. I don't know how you feel about them. I didn't love them. They are rocking the Stranger Things jerseys. They've got the Indiana Fever. They have these Stranger Things jerseys. And I first turned and I said, what the hell are they wearing? And then I looked it up and I said, what is it? Because I don't watch it. I don't watch the show, but Courtney does. And she's like, oh, yeah, Stranger Things.
Sure. Stranger
Things. And I was like, They rolled out in a playoff game and just went in and slid into these Stranger Things jerseys. I don't know. Do you like them?
This is just like an endorsement thing?
I don't know. Do they have
because the new season's coming out?
I guess it is coming out, but it comes out in like November.
But I mean, I don't know. But no, I don't think this is the first time they've worn them. Like, I think this is
oh my God,
an alternate jersey that they have, and they just. But I was just like, what? Like, what is going on here?
Someone that works in marketing for the WNBA needs to get fired for that.
Do you think they need to get fired? I bet a lot of people have bought them.
The town in Stranger Things, I think, is like Hawkins, Indiana. So
Sex on the Beach. No, I bet you that it's a popular a jersey that is popular to buy. I'm not into it. I mean, it was just an odd thing. I have this weird thing about, especially in playoff games, let's wear the uniforms in which we are recognized in, and that when I turn on the TV, I know who you are. But I don't know. Is it interesting?
Final season probably is going to be awesome. The last season was great.
It was an interesting
decision. It's been like 4 years since the last season.
Yeah, I was going to say, aren't those kids going to get aged out here?
Oh, they're almost 30. They're like all in their mid-20s now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, but I'm watching Caitlin over on the side, and she's got this groin issue. Now, if you watched her celebrating over there when Indiana was going on a run, you'd wonder, man, can her ass get out there and play? But my concern is, and we've had conversations on where the WNBA is from the start of our show. I'm a little concerned that they may have lost the moment and the momentum. And again, I know Osita said he has kept up. I think the WNBA was as front in mind as we've ever seen it in the last year and a half, 2 years. Last year and a half. And now I think the same people who flocked over, who were into it for whatever reasons, and then started getting into the game, and we started to see the attendance jump up, and we started to see the ratings jump up. I'm afraid that momentum is potentially going to die because Caitlin has she was the reason that obviously that league had that surge and that uptick. She was the main reason, not the only reason, but the main reason that got a lot of people in the door. And I feel like a lot of people don't even know the playoffs are happening. I feel like a lot of people don't even know, what is going on, because the big momentum builder is gone. It's not leading any shows. It's not because she's not there. And my question and thought, and you guys can jump in with your feelings on it, is I don't know that she is a strong enough figure. We'll see. I hope so. I don't know if she's a strong enough figure for that niche sport to lose basically a year of momentum with her, that when she comes back healthy next year, that people will come back. Now, they may need a situation to happen to get them there, but I feel like there is a serious potential that they've missed their moment and their momentum to really push things with her injury. It's unfortunate, but I don't know.
This is why, like you said from the beginning of the show, we've been talking about how the WNBA has been getting larger in the eyes of all the communities and stuff like that, and a lot of it was on the fact that people had their hero, Caitlin Clark. But this is why and we talked about this, you shouldn't put the weight of an entire organization on one person. And it's not, it kind of is their fault, kind of isn't their fault. It is their fault that they were kind of marketing her and only her, solely her, as like the savior of this sport for this season. But when you spoke about the whole playoff thing and the fact that like nobody's actually really watching that, I feel like that's more of a calendar issue. Because I mean, like, look, especially during the summer when sports are like super dry, like there's really nothing going on for the last few months of summer. If I were them, I would have had the playoffs around August, before the start of football, because now everybody's back into football. All these people who are like sports fans and stuff like that were searching for something to watch over the past couple of months and finding it hard. And now, I mean, you can't blame anybody for not watching these games and not knowing about these games when there's something, when the most watched sports television shows are going on, like right now. It's starting back up.
Yeah, I'm not going to say there's nothing to that, but last year the playoffs were at the same exact time, and Caitlin Clark, was still a big conversation piece, and she was still a big thing, and the WNBA, because of it, was a big thing and a conversation piece, and the ratings for the playoffs were as high as they've ever been. And hell, they played their game 5, I believe, their final game on Monday night, which is the same night that Monday Night Football comes on, right?
Yeah.
So they were doing that. And the other point you made, Osita, I mean, I don't think, and Serda would agree, I don't think the WNBA was in any way of of choosing how they would become a talk of the sports world. Like, yeah, sure, they would love to have built the backs on, all right, the reason why this sport has become so much more popular is because, oh, Caitlin and Paige and Juju and Asia Wilson, that they're all sharing it, and that it's a league thing. I think they would all love it. I think the NBA would have loved to not just be the thing of, oh, it's just Magic and Bird that's carrying this thing, or that it's not just, everybody would love to be the NFL, that this thing is being carried by just the sport. But the WNBA, they got to go with what got them there, and they would have not been drugged to the forefront of the sports world, or at least this close to it, had Caitlin not become such a large figure in the sports world. So I mean, that just happened, and that was the way they got in. I don't know. I just think, for me, I am concerned that when the season starts back next year, that maybe the Caitlin Clark luster has faded just a bit. And if it fades just a bit and people don't have, major concern or major feels like I got to get there, like many people did, that the WNBA might slide back closer to what it had been all the years before this Caitlin Clark thing started. I hate to say it, Serda.
That's what you get for having this like Sisyphus character where you're like pushing a boulder up the hill by yourself. Like, you're going to have some slide back eventually. You're going to have this point where if she's not in, people aren't watching, and then you have to kind of regain that audience all over again. Like, but
that was the thing, though. Like, it was helping the whole sport overall, because she was getting them into the table, and then more people were wanting to watch it, right? Because she was getting there, and now she's not. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, sort of, they may have to strike up something where her and Angel come together and say, "Hey, man, we got to have us a moment." Earlier in the year,
I'm saying, make it like wrestling. Make it like wrestling. Plan out the fights.
I'm kidding, but it does feel like that.
Come together, like when Magic and Larry did a commercial together.
Well, I mean, because we know the thing that sparks up, and listen, what we've lived through the last week and a half in our country. We know the thing that would strike up the band to get it back if it jumps off, which sucks, because I think that's how a lot of people got to the table with Caitlin and the league. And then I think it shifted some, not saying all the way, it shifted somewhat to, damn, man, this girl is cold, and damn, these girls is cold. Like, damn, Juju is cold. Like, maybe that's the deal. Maybe Juju gets into the league in a year, and hopefully she's all right from that knee injury. She gets into the league, and she's in a public relationship with Jaden Daniels and his mother, and she gets into the league, and there's a rivalry there and something.
You're really pushing for that.
Yes.
You're really pushing for that. His mom won't let that happen, bro.
I hope the race thing isn't what has to happen, but I just don't think, I'm not 100% positive that they just pick up where they left off. Whenever she returns back, I'm not 100% positive. All right, Caitlin's back. Now we're back, and everybody's jumping back in. I don't know. I don't know if that, and I think they may have missed the boat. Hopefully, or at least missed the momentum that they had built there. All right, let's get a little heat check in.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Heat Check, brought to you by Big O, brought to you by the Nightly Fix, brought to you by Foolish Club Media. Make sure that you subscribe, or feel the wrath of Ronald's imagination. All right. So today, I want to talk about the cookout. All right. The proverbial cookout that some are invited to, some are not. All right. So we all know that in the past, Travis Kelce had a proclivity for what we can say brown sugar, right? He was into black women, and we saw the black girlfriend effect working wonders on his swagger and his style. And it seemed like he had this almost like permanent invite to the cookout. But now, that he's with arguably the world's whitest woman, I wonder, does he still have that invite? Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, I do. I think so. Travis is like, especially if you get to people who know him that are dude like Travis is somebody who can just and it's why he's one of the 32 unicorns in this country. Travis is somebody who can just adapt naturally and believably and genuinely in any situation that he's in. And
Okay.
there are some people who will say because he dated now he's dating Taylor, a white chick, and before he had dated black chicks, that he's switched and he's become white again, I guess, which is so stupid. Like, because black dudes have dated black chicks and then dated white women and married them, and what is it? What did he become? No, it's silly. He's still the same dude. I mean, like, I think he was always the dude that could be with a white woman. And so I think he is still invited.
So you still got him on the invite. All right. So that brings me to the game I want to play today. I want to play who's invited to the cookout, right? So I'm going to give you a name of a football player. You're going to tell me whether or not they can pull up, right? Which means they're invited.
Now, hold on. Now, I think you need to do is for some of our viewers, not Serda, but some of our viewers, explain like what is invite to the cookout? Like, what does that mean? Right? You know what I mean? Because theoretically, man, I will invite anybody to a cookout, but explain what you're meaning in this thing.
So in this situation, I'm meaning, are they okay? Will they, if we're having a cookout, right? It's just nothing but family members, black family members. Am I comfortable bringing this non-black person into a black space? And will I feel comfortable just letting them mosey around and hang out? Will they have? Do I think they'll have a good time? Do I think that they'll, they won't make anyone uncomfortable on accident or on purpose?
They won't be uncomfortable.
Then they won't be uncomfortable. Do I think that they, are they awkward but funny and dance really well or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Are they a good time to be around in general? All right.
Yeah.
So the question is going to be, when I say the name, it's going to be either pull up, yes, they're invited, slide through late, aka they're invited, but I don't necessarily want them meeting the whole fam, so you can come through after some of them have gone, or just no invite in general. All right, and it's for both of you. All right. Also, if you want, you can add what would they bring? What would you have them bring? What would you rather them bring? All right.
I don't want to bring nothing. Go ahead.
Hey. Some white dudes bring some really good beers. You never know.
Steve's going to bring that pasta salad or whatever it is the macaroni salad. That's
no funeral potatoes.
I usually take mac and cheese to stuff like that.
Oh boy. All right, here we go.
That's only funny because I know how black people feel about mac and cheese.
I want to taste your mac and cheese too, sir. I do.
I make the best mac and cheese you'll ever have in your life.
Okay, Steve. See, like, just say you make a really good mac and cheese.
I make incredible mac.
Just like when you go to the cheeses that you'll ever make in your entire life.
Like, I had to go to my friend was having like a barbecue a few weeks ago, and he's a really good cook too, and he had a bunch of stuff, and I made like 3 pounds of mac and cheese and brought it. He also made mac and cheese. And everybody was raving about my mac and cheese over his.
I bet they were. I'm just telling you right now. I think like Gordon Ramsay or Wolfgang Puck have a hard time holding up to Eddie Mae Johnson's mac and cheese, or to Desi Mae Finch. May they all both rest in peace.
I don't know why you think I don't know what I'm doing.
Or Larice. I'm not saying you don't know what you're doing, but just
okay.
It's the best you've ever tasted.
Boys. All right, first name. We're going to do quarterbacks this time. All right. Josh Allen. Pull up, slide through later, no invite.
You pull up.
Give me a why.
I just think he's a guy that's comfortable, and in any kind of setting, and I wouldn't be worried about him. You know, like, dude, man, you start thinking about quarterbacks and quarterbacks who have been successful everywhere they go, and quarterbacks who've been successful in locker rooms where guys like roll with them. That's a lot of black dudes that they've been having to get to roll with them. That's a lot of black dudes that they've been having to have conversations with and having to understand. So I would say Josh he's in there.
All right, Serda, is he invited to the carne asada?
Damn.
Again.
Why'd you say damn?
Why'd you say that, man? Go ahead.
Is he? I just want to know. Is he invited? So he is?
Yeah, he said yeah.
Okay.
He's short and sweet.
All right. How about Joe Burrow?
Absolutely. Yeah. Joe out here is the one who wears double-breasted suits with no shirts underneath it. He's got straight stylish. Oh, go watch the quarterback.
Joe Burrow won a national championship at LSU.
Joe Burrow bought the Batmobile, like it just so he could drive around in. Yes, I've seen him interact. Joe Burrow was at LSU with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and that crew. Yes, yes, and I'll let Joe bring the beer.
All right, bet. How about Baker Mayfield?
Absolutely. Oh, are you kidding me? Hell yeah.
Now, I think Baker's one of the rare that can like really, really float back and forth, and it's like he'll transform into a totally different person.
But see, I disagree. I don't think he will. I think Baker just gonna be Baker. Now, Baker might get his ass kicked
for
just because Baker's gonna be Baker. Baker gonna talk big shit. Like if they playing dominoes or they playing spades, like Baker gonna talk big shit. And rather he don't care. Now most
talk shit to the wrong uncle.
Well, I'm just saying most people at the cookout gonna be good with it because they talking shit, right?
Yeah.
But there's some sensitive motherfuckers that be at the cookout that then want to fight, that don't want to lose to the white boy. So yeah, that's the only thing. But he would be very comfortable.
Baker will slam a few too many beers. Like Baker in college was all shit-faced and got arrested and straight up tried to run away from police. And there's video of him being tackled and arrested.
Shout out to the Fayetteville Police Department who ran his ass down. But no, yeah, he'd be straight.
He's good. All right. How about Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Yeah.
No, he ain't gonna make it. Not even.
Do I have a why?
Not even a pull-up. I don't like. He's been around folks that are going to be at the cookout, and I think he's the guy that, hey man, we don't really share a lot of shit with each other.
Yeah,
but we just we cool.
Trevor doesn't strike me as the leader, like the guy that everybody wants to hang out with.
We cool, but it ends a lot when
he's just a coworker.
It's a coworker.
Yeah. No, he is. No, you got some distant coworkers.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Okay, how about Aaron Rodgers?
No. Now there was a time I would have said yes, but no.
Yeah, not anymore.
Only
he lost it.
I don't think. Well, and Rodgers has always had this like ridiculously small group of players that like him, and literally everybody else is like, yeah, that guy's an awful teammate.
I don't think
there's like Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard for whatever reason are his guy, and Randall Cobb. Like those were his three guys his entire NFL career. But everybody else disliked him.
But one, I don't think he ever lost it. I think we just didn't know. I think he tricked us. And I
always
think
like that, but he just kept it on the slide.
And I think those black dudes that you named, and I don't even think it's just black dudes. I think it's any of his guys. I think that he's the type of dude that they fuck with because what he helps them do and helps them accomplish. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna run with him because he helps make me money. But like them motherfuckers, like Devontae Adams, man. Even if he got a football issue, that ain't the dude he's reaching out to. He gonna talk to somebody else.
All right. How about Joe Flacco?
Yes.
Why?
I think because like a lot of things, at least for me, when I go to cookouts and when we talk about the cookout thing, for me is, can you go there and be whatever it is that's yourself? Because I also don't think people who are going to try to heavily change themselves to fit the cookout are people that people at the cookout, they're going to see right through it. I think Joe Flacco will go there and be Joe Flacco, but he's going to be comfortable in his own skin being Joe Flacco with people, and they're going to be comfortable with him. And they're going to like Joe because Joe's just being Joe. And Joe has been in those spaces his whole life. I mean, Joe Flacco shared leadership with Ray Lewis for years and was able to just hang up with that and Terrell Suggs. So, yes, he can handle it. I got Joe in there. And not even pulling up late. I got Joe in there. Joe
He's on time.
Yeah,
Tell him to get there early.
Yeah,
what about
Joe
you?
be cool. He'll bring the whiskey.
Sir, is he invited?
Yes.
Yes. All right. I don't know why I put this on here. I already know.
And by the way, and also Joe slickly might take somebody's bitch there. That he's.
So do we want to invite him?
I'm just saying, he's got a rugged quality to him that's kind of attractive when he grows out that facial hair. He's got a rugged deal where, it may be a sister there that I don't know, man. He's got a natural looking confidence just that he carries. Yeah, he might like it. That's a cute 41-year-old.
I don't know why I put this on here, but Patrick Mahomes. Really?
I think he does.
Really?
I think people like Mahomes.
I think late. I think he'd pull in late.
Pull up late?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because
I thought y'all were like diehard Kansas City fans,
I am. I'm honest about it. I think there are some that are going to look at him funky because of the association with his family. There are some that are looking at him like, we know who raised you. Now, if he coming in with his daddy, he coming in straight up.
He get the pass.
Like if he coming in with Pat Sr., who is a guy that probably has a fingernail that's super long, that we know that he uses it for. Like if he comes in with Pat Sr., he's good. But there's some overcoming of his mom and then his wife and his brother, but mostly his mom and his wife, that people gonna be looking at him a little funky. Like which way you ride, dog? So I would say pull up late. But if Pat Sr.'s with him, he pull it in all day.
And Serda, he's good with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. What about Dak Prescott?
Absolutely. Dak is, and I feel bad for Dak because I think Dak is somebody that other black folks try to some, not all, some other black folks look at and try to push like he's in the sellout territory or something like that, because he kind of he handles things. I don't think Dak just goes on to get on. I think Dak kind of tries to be the adult in the room and handles things that way, and seemingly always comes out on the top. Like he gets his $65 million a year. He gets his money and he's just back chilling and doing his thing. So I invite him. I will be honest. I think there are some other white guys that you named on the list that at least at the beginning, other folks at the cookout will be more comfortable with. I feel like I'm in almost in the Dak Prescott mode, that people, because they maybe see how he acts, thinks of him in a certain way until they meet him and be like, like he just moving in a different way. He's the absolute poster child of not all black people are alike, and some ain't thugs and the others ain't sellouts because they don't act a certain way. I think got real deep on this.
This is the perfect lead to my next one. Russell Wilson.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Come in late. Again, come in late. But he's on time.
This is no Sierra. He can't bring
Why
Sierra.
do you love Russell Wilson so much?
He can't bring Sierra.
Russell Wilson at every turn.
I'm being honest. I said comes in late. I do. I think Russell's unfairly like there are Russell Wilsons at the cookout. There are goofy cousins at the cookout.
Yeah.
Like he's just. I defend, and I'm gonna get deep again.
Steven said wholeheartedly, he was like, "No."
I'm gonna defend Russell Wilson because I think it's I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit that he is looked at a certain way because he's just being himself. And
you have called him corny on the show. You called him corny.
I'm not saying he's corny. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not corny. I'm not saying he's not corny. But there's nothing wrong with being corny. Like I don't take away his blackness because he's corny. I don't like some do. And like these are the big things with him. I think
this isn't taking away the blackness. It's like, do you want this cornball like hanging out with your family?
Yes. Yes. Like,
okay.
No, I don't have a problem with corny people being there because obviously he's got something. He's swinging something to pull off what he's been able to pull off. Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the issues with Russ is just corny, and some people accuse him for being inauthentic. And there is a huge, huge jealousy factor that he has pulled off the woman he has pulled off being the man that he is. There is a huge deal of like, how is he pulling off Sierra being as goofy as he is?
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of people who are jealous and have issues with him for that. This is a black dude that takes care, and we saw both his parents. We found out in real time on this show that that both of these parents are black. But this is a black man that takes care of his family and takes care of other dudes' kids.
Hair still don't make sense though. Hair
don't make sense. Takes care of other dudes' kids and a genuine dude that just happens to be goofy. It's different. Like I feel like a lot of people put him in the RG3 category, and I don't think that's fair because RG3 says things that puts you like, hey man, what the fuck, dude? What you doing? And Russ doesn't do that.
All right, this is gonna be the last one, and he's retired, but I still want to put him on the list. Tom Brady.
Yeah, he get there. Yeah, he get there. Go watch the Tuck Rule. If you go watch the Tuck Rule 30 for 30.
Yeah.
And the way it's him and Charles Woodson. Yeah.
I think Tom's a master navigator.
Well, he's a navigator, and also I think Tom is gonna be Tom. And Tom just has a glow of confidence. Like I'm a bad motherfucker. I ain't gonna tell you.
So how long do you think till he gets into a fight with an unk while playing spades because the unk brings up Giselle and the fact that he lost Giselle?
He'll be cool. He ain't stupid.
You think he'll be cool?
Tom? Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you got your girl took?
I think
your girl took by a jiu-jitsu instructor. Couldn't be me. Could never be me.
I think first off, he'd be cool in his response because Tom understands his surroundings and where he is. This is the most cerebral quarterback we've ever seen in football. Now, he ain't gonna be punked and lay down, but also other people at the cookout who know who this dumbass uncle is will get to him and chill him out to begin with.
Calm down. Chill out,
on Tom.
Chill out,
like Tom, man, you ain't got to listen to this punk ass dude, man. He do coke. Like, some shit like that. Like,
It's that uncle with the fingernail. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you sure right.
it's Pat's, man. It's Pat's dad, man. Hey, don't even
Oh,
sweat
shit.
that dude, man. Get up off the table, man. That's why your wife left you 3 times. You ain't seen your kids in years, like some people would get.
Yeah, like he's got 4 DUIs.
Yeah, shit, he ain't got no DUI. This motherfucker ain't had his license since '86.